Hey, what's up YouTube? So I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you've got a Benelli Super Black Eagle or similar with the synthetic stock, and you're maybe considering changing the stock butt pad out to an aftermarket stock butt pad. And one of the popular options seems to be the Limbsaver AirTech Recoil pad. This particular model is meant specifically for the Benellis. It's the model number 10810, so that's 10810. So I've got a Benelli Super Black Eagle 3. I'm considering replacing the butt pad that's on this stock for this. So in this video, we're going to go over the replacement installation process because this is not that intuitive, and I'll go over the LimbSaver pad itself in a little bit of detail to give you some information. Alright, so let's take a closer look at what you get with this pad. So it's pretty simple. You get the recoil pad itself, and this is the AirTech specifically. It's got these little bellows kind of markings. This is the newest version of the LimbSaver recoil pad from what I can tell. It comes with 2 screws, which I have already inserted in through the 2 holes in the back of the recoil pad, and it comes with this plate. Now this is very specific to the Benelli synthetic stocks, so obviously you can tell from the size. One end is meant to go on the heel side and one on the toe side of the stock. It's got 2 different edges, as you'll notice on each side of this. This one edge has this little chamfer. And this side will be the one that goes facing into the stock. The flat side will be against the recoil pad itself. And we'll go over how to install it in here in just a second. So let's compare this to the stock Benelli pad. So in terms of dimensions, pretty similar. Obviously the material and how soft these are in terms of being able to compress them is quite obvious. This is much softer, so should deaden the recoil a good bit. Very similar in terms of the thickness, and we'll check length of pull to see if it makes any difference between this LimbSaver pad and the stock Benelli pad. So to install this on your Benelli Super Black Eagle, you'll first insert the screws through the holes in the pad. You'll need to lubricate a screwdriver Phillips head with a little bit of gun oil to be able to slip this in to the holes there. Next, you want to screw these in to this plate. And again, you want this chamfered side looking down into the stock. So this should be loose at this point. You want to have the tips of the screws sticking out of this little plate by just a little bit, but not tightened up all the way. Alright, so from here we're going to slip this in on the top end first. And just push it on the bottom side, pop it in place. See, it's locked in place now, and now all we have to do is tighten up the screws. There you go. All snugged up, ready to go. Alright, so let's check the length of pull on this. Alright, so just in case you decide you need to remove this, or obviously if you need to take the stock off and you'll need to remove this, let's go over the removal procedure. So we're going to loosen up the screws and just basically remove the rubber pad to expose that plate underneath. And yes, this is a little bit of a pain to do standing behind a camera. Okay, got that piece out. Alright, so here you can see the plate that's kind of locked in here, so as you can tell, The inside of the stock has this little rib right here. As you tighten the screws up on the butt pad against this, it pulls against this little rib, and that's what holds it in place. Alright, so to remove this, we're just going to try to rotate this in a little bit. Like that, I just pushed in on one side to get it to pop in like this, and then you can slide it out. Do not try to pull straight out because you could break this.